heading home today.
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
'Tis admirable how Regent King Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
Of course.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals. Regarding the Vermundian military, yeah?
We cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
No sense dwelling.
Always the same. They are.
A place to soothe the spirit. Who could have imagined the world would turn on its head like this?
Well met, sir. How might I be able to do this job, this? Thought we'd do it, right?
Would that all my days
It's
were
early
so
to arrest us yet. So far as our best
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate. And we will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
My sword arm could use some work. Yeah, it does. Sometimes I wonder if I'm kind
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided, had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Would you be so kind as to petition the merchant at the... You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot...
My son, your kindness will save many lives.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've updated this.
Some skills can puzzle the townspeople to live. Here's hoping there'll be no trouble at last.
When does my watch end?
Good to see you, Master.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Would that prayer
The mixed smell of perfume always...
Why can't I serve patrons? I'm comelier than some.
Always sets me to think.
Who could have imagined the world would turn on its head like this?
Fear not. Merely bite those unkind.
Everyone busy with their own affairs. Fancy a look at my wares?
I must be the townspeople.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. His Grace is welcome to them.
We have chartered the ox carts as requested. 'Tis a pleasant change for things to go so smoothly, eh, Master?
Well said.
Aught you need of me?
There's a poultry repast that I'm grateful to be fed. Still waiting on that report.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Where is my replacement for a boot of the arts?
My sword arm. You son.
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. If I had but better known you would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps...
Oh,
Mother, I beg you, joy, I would not see you take... That weight is as much...
my son, Your kindness will save many.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations.
Here they did before.
The sooner mighty. What must needs be done?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Lomentari. Lungtena peli telume, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Lungtena peli telume, ane martir.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Lomentari. Lungtena peli.
Himen Ross, Akasar, Arin Phil. Anfatelpi Halanan Andil.
Isilrod Ronde Minita. Ilem nun les Canalin Kalia Lum. Ronde Minita.
I fear for the arbor.
Red with
Yet
fury.
would seem there is far more at stake
What have
here.
we... Oh, you return. I am so happy to see you safe. You were gone so long. I was very worried. Oh. You think we should leave the arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea. But I can try to convince him. Please, follow me.
As arborist, Sir Toyusin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
You have my support. We must make haste. The red clouds draw ever near. We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
Findelnar, nevea nolwende lis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio eromar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar, nun falasmir magananon?
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Neveatara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen ros. Hera or lis nun. Yav morin garina like asar kemen ros iloratu anfir tara. Eteler karil morivin al-kadar palan. Kemen nun lis alekano. Surne kemen ros herenon yav kuruir. Falis isil rod lintar. Ne yav alekano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nullis amanda kill angadur femor.
Herenon nun lia findelnar. Lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto. Firnis morivin. Morivin kemen tur alekano. Menelum hiroth mor karilm anardor.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa. Eteler lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanelin hyror soron. Kasinke telpi nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arteher firnis. Nullisa.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine. Understood.
Fa al-Karwa sil non via palan. My tine
Menel fair linta. Cassian's arche.
What manner of madness is this?
You have my fullest confidence. There is a matter I would entrust to you alone. You...
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Yelis Kaliel.
Isilrod Fanan.
Arifan. Nambao.
Kasinke telpi nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne artaher firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar, liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, ne romen anartelpe minasvana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume anlis, ne kemen kayayinju munsil. Ne meltol linkan aldacar an fir nun fiamur. Morivin paran vanis intiel?
Palan hjarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod et peller, lera aetena. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falasmir magananon, anamor lis turculion equiales.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
You found strength courses through you. It's good to see.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
Menial, Falia, Yelvana, Nasur.
I've just had a thought.
You've pushed your luck too far. I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
Slim pickings of late.
Haven't you had enough yet?
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Let's not be hasty now. This is it then.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Steal yourself!
Well,
Take
Watch me to stick
What you
my nose where
waiting
it
for?
doesn't
Get
belong.
on with it.
Mercy! Hang in there. You'll pull through. You're a right piece of work.
You can do this. This
I
ain't
believe
good.
in you. Oh, hang in there. You'll pull through.
Interested in my way?
We've no healing magic at our disposal, so a curative will have to do. Incidentally,
Boy, this one's got thick skin.
You're telling me? I don't think I've got another punch left in me.
Bah, I can't stomach more quarreling after this. It's drained the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest.
their tempers do appear to be quelled. I hope you aren't injured, Master. Truly?
I never thought things would turn out this way. In particular.
Oi! I saw it first. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
This looks as good a place as any.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
Some regions of...
You'll get what's coming to you.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait, you shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different. That was certainly worthwhile.
You're just riding on your father's coattails.
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel.
Steel yourself. You're made of tougher stuff.
This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narbra, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Show them what for.
Stay back! You get caught in the fray.
Wonder if there's any...
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance!
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
Steel yourself!
Oi! That the best you can do?
I can't...
You dare violate the sanctity of our jewel?
Shit. This ain't good. Put your back into it.
Got me cornered?
I admit it. I underestimated your skill.
Nay. 'Twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this. One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
The citizenry speak highly of your deeds, Sir Arisen. It seems you have made rather an impact. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. Methinks we can expect little opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your achievements. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day, Sir Arisen. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now. Understood.
This place never fails to calm my spirit. Too quiet here for my liking.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude, for it seems your efforts have served to remind the people of this nation of their common purpose. We would present you with this gift, as a small token of our esteem, and wish you good fortune on your journey, wheresoe'er it may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
That Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace. Outstanding.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
I've just had a thought.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
And what am I expecting? Confound it all! Are we mortals? First and foremost, I need to procure you.
I have to say, I wasn't expecting this. Thought the glug was making me see things at first.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Sooner be home.
Not my kind of place.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? It is a miracle you're still alive, though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense, but as for his wife... well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation. I quite agree.
Nice armor you've got.
As a matter of fact, curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire him. That was a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud. Puritans are our best bet when we have no mage to rely upon. Incidentally, I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves. You have my support. I could have done no better. Follow my example. Splendid. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
All creatures who know death cling to life. It is the mark of a champion to prevail with weapon sheathed. That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial. curative will have to do. Moving on from this discussion for now. Thank you, Arisen. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. Curatives are our best bet when we have no mage to rely upon. Incidentally,
two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
in traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
At any rate, the pawns in this part...
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Outstanding. Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid?
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Here's hoping I can find
Lay
myself.
down your arm. Be ready. Our foes are armed. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Lay down your arms, or you'll hurt yourself.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. We've no healing magic at our disposal, so a curative will have to do. Incidentally,
Just hand over your coin.
I do not understand. We've befallen our world. That was a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud.
Lay down your arms, or you'll hurt yourself.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
suppose your luck's run out. And mine's looking...
You'll not live to regret this!
Well done, Master.
Why bother carrying a lantern, if not to use it when light is needed?
I can ill afford to draw suspicion upon myself. I am glad your majesty has seen fit to assist the Regent King.
Would that I now had cause to draw steel.
Living's hard. First assess the field, then act accordingly.
Wearing armor all day.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
Right you are.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get them to safety.